According to Goldstein, Barber and Leach 2008, the ability to arrange information gained through perception is a critical component of the decision-making process. Decision makers ought to contrast their own experiences with those of others. This will give a more true view of a specific situation. Similar to how our senses give us with information, perception involves obtaining, selecting, safeguarding, altering, and organizing that information. Other elements that affect perceptions include those related to the environment, the perceiver, and the target. According to Zainal Arifin Ahmad 2009, making decisions is a deliberate procedure that involves selecting from one or more options in order to achieve the desired result. Making decisions happen in response to a perceived issue.
Now, I will explain about two types of personality in the scenario. Amna has a type A personality. The temperament that is stress-prone and time-conscious is suggested by the type A personality. She has a busy schedule and does not have time to enjoy life, feel impatient with the pace of things, dislike waiting, ambitious, and extremely organized, diligent, worried, does not easily accept value, and the status conscious. She also has a great work ethic and is usually timid, a workaholic. Amna can be a posturing when it comes to trust and productivity, as he is highly independent and a risk taker when it comes to making a big decision. The primary motivators are money, status, and success. Meanwhile, Amni has a type B personality. The personality type B is less prone to stress, settled, consistent in their work, proud of their accomplishment, never in a hurry, and has no pressing deadline, focused on quality rather than quantity, models and their ambition, and present focus. She is friendly, imaginative, considerate, and diligent. She maintains claim and focus without the drama of persuading her as employees to complete a task. Amni can thrive and create a healthy and positive atmosphere. In other words, environment, time is money, and relaxed attitude can cost the company.
So how each personality can help a manager achieve the company vision? Personality will affect whether people are hired, promoted, derailed, will help others be seen as a leader, and so on. Gaining an understanding of different personality traits can help workers grow and managers engage more effectively with their employees. Empathetic and understanding makes manager more effective and successful. Social perceptiveness is one of the most important personality traits of successful managers according to the Occupational Information Network, or NET. Effective leaders or managers naturally want to help, coach, and nurture their employees. Employees' characteristics also are important in being able to achieve goals, getting along with other people, being accepted in society, and achieve the company vision. These factors affect the success in company. For example, B-type is not only slow, but at the same time they are very detailed. That is why they need a time to think. At the same time, even they are slow and laid back, they are also a creative person. Compared to A-type, they are uptight and possibly triggered. They only focus on their perspective and solution. As a conclusion, the managers understand and knows how to choose the best candidates of employees who are suitable with a task given and achieve the company vision and goals.
The error and bias that will happen in that scenario between Amni and Amna are called contrast effect. As we know, in this situation, Amna is very fast and strict in her work, while Amni very cool and usually acts slowly. Everyone will make mistakes and have their own imperfection because we are all human. Even though Amna and Amni were childhood friends and who attend the same school and work for a firm that produce semiconductors, Amna is prone to making blunders and poor decisions, which cause her stress at work. We know that everyone has faults of their own, and we cannot compare ourselves to others. Furthermore, other error and bias that may happen are stereotyping. Stereotyping is believing unfairly that all people or things with a particular criteria are the same. It's not fair to stereotype a whole group of people based on one person you don't like. In this scenario, Amni is very cool and usually acts ready. For example, Amni has always been perceived and considered as a slow learner by other colleagues. And usually people call her a type B person, so that people will assume that she is not persistent or committed to finishing any task.
Hi, I'm Isma. So I will explain about the factors influencing perceptions of the scenario. So as you can see on this infographic, firstly, factors in the perceived attitudes. Amna defined herself as having a type A personality, which includes always moving quickly and having trouble relaxing. Amni, on the other hand, has type B personality, which she enjoys and utilizes to unwind. Second, factors in the target. They have a similar goal to the target in that they both want to be managers in the company. Next, background of them are good friends from childhood, school, and work. Lastly, the motion of Anna is very fast and strict in her work, while Anna is very cool and usually acts slowly in something. Number 3, factors in the situation. Other colleagues have always perceived and considered Amni to be a slow learner in a social setting. Next, the time at which sometimes the decision made by Amni is the right decision, considering that she takes quite a long time to implement something.
The process of rational decision making. First, find the issue first before making any decision. An issue is a difference between an actual situation and one that is wanted. As an illustration, my family is expanding and the needs of our little home are not being fulfilled. Therefore, we need to find a bigger house that is more appropriate for my family to solve that problem. The decision criteria will be then identified. Decision criteria are standards or elements that specify what matters in a choice. For instance, I have to think about how much the new house will cost, how long it will take to arrive, and how big it will be. Continue to provide requisite weights. To accurately determine each item's priority in the decision, give each weight. The price of the home is more crucial than the other criteria. After that, create the alternative. We identify or compile a list of every solution that might be used to fix the issue. Perhaps we can construct or renovate an additional room. Find multiple locations of houses that are within our budget, for example location A, B, and location C. That maybe the location might suit the criteria that I want, or maybe placing possession in storage. Then evaluate and analyze the alternative. This is where we need to rate each alternative on each criteria by looking at the strengths and weaknesses. Buying a new house may cost me a lot, but in terms of time and long-term solution, it helps me to reduce the future problems that might happen. For the placing possession in storage, it helps me in terms of cost, as it requires less money compared to buy a new house. But in terms of long-term solution, it doesn't really help, as placing possession in storage doesn't really help me to solve my problem. For increasing the size of home, it maybe can cut the cost and can be used for long-term solutions, but our house area is not suitable for renovations as we live in a terrace. Continue to select the best alternative after we have analyzed the alternative. After I have analyzed all the alternatives, I think the best way to solve my problem is by buying a new house. Then, implement the best alternative by putting the decision into action and putting commitment into the decision. In this case, I will buy a new house after I have analyzed all the relevant data that can influence my decision-making process. First thing first, I will go to the bank to make a loan and sign all the agreement that needed to list the house. Finally, evaluation of decisive effectiveness appraises the result after buying the house to make sure that I make the good decision in solving my problems. I will feel super grateful that I managed to solve this problem and can make my family live in a more comfy house.
Okay, now to conclude, in the view of the fact that our personalities reflect our behavior, it is crucial to understand the different personality types. This understanding of personality will be helpful to us as managers as we work to realize the goals of the business. Furthermore, in the case of the two friends, which are Amni and Amna, despite growing up together and attending the same school, each of them has a different personality and different perceptions when making a decision. Therefore, understanding a person's value system might help one understand why that person give importance to certain things in life that are desirable or unpleasant. Lastly, an understanding of how people make decisions can be helpful for explaining and predicting people's behavior. In some situations, people follow the rational decision-making model. So, if your important decisions are simple or ambiguous enough for the rational model assumptions to apply. So, that's all for us. Thank you. Bye.